at that, just shooting back and forth. That is crazy. Look at this.
Let's go.
Mira que llama Alfredo, he's telling you to come.
A heavily armed gunman goes on a shooting rampage inside of an Orlando gay nightclub, killing 50 people and injuring dozens. It's the worst mass shooting in U.S. history. Good evening, I'm Candace Lee. Police say a hostage situation developed after the gunman stormed the Pulse nightclub around 2 this morning. The assailant was shot dead about 3 hours later when the SWAT team entered the club. NBC's Jay Gray has the latest tonight from Orlando.
Just behind us here, still an active crime scene right now, less than 24 hours after the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. A makeshift morgue has now been set up alongside the popular gay night spot as investigators continue their work here.
Oh my God, people are getting shot, dude.
Chaos during what witnesses describe as a slaughter.
Just bang, bang, screaming and loud noise, and the other guy next to me was shot.
50 people murdered, more than 50 more wounded during an overnight killing spree at the Pulse nightclub.
I thought I was gonna die. Like, I didn't know if I was gonna come out alive.
Dozens were held hostage for 3 hours or more inside the club until a SWAT team moved in. The suspect killed during a shootout with police. Investigators say 29-year-old Omar Mateen was the triggerman, described by federal agents as a domestic terrorist. And we now know he was questioned in 2013 and again in 2014 by the FBI over possible terrorist ties.
It has been reported that Mateen made calls to 911 this morning in which he stated his allegiance to the leader of the Islamic State.
We're also told he mentioned the Boston Marathon bombing during that call just before the attack. As the investigation continues at this popular gay nightclub, Mateen's family tells NBC News he may have carried out the most deadly mass killing in U.S. history, outraged after seeing two men kiss in Miami weeks earlier. As police and federal agents scramble to find out how and why it happened, they must now also begin the grisly task of identifying the victims.
And Love, Pulse remains an active crime scene, and law enforcement is working the scene as efficiently and as diligently as they possibly can, while also being respectful of the remains of the deceased.
The club also serving as an agonizing reminder.
Attacks on any American, regardless of race, ethnicity, religion, or sexual orientation, is an attack on all of us.
A staggering blow to a city and nation now mourning so many lost. Federal agents say Mateen was armed with a handgun and assault rifle weapons he purchased legally, they say, a few days before the attack. Jay Gray, NBC News, Orlando.